Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 23 of Crusader Kings 2. And there's a few little wars going on that we're not really involved in. Just going through the motions really at the moment while we're trying to get a few more claims against. So one thing I do dislike about CK2, the length of time it takes to get claims. Looks like we've been in a bit of a fight here. After a while you were both exhausted and had to call it a draw. We are wounded or severely... Oh, hang on. There's an 89% chance that we become beaten up. We lose some prestige and some sex appeal. 10% chance we become wounded. 1% chance we become severely injured. Looks like nothing bad happened. We are relatively good there. It was a little bit unfortunate, but we're doing okay. We're still alive. We want to become the King of Lombardy. Now, should we not have a... This ambition cannot be cancelled. Shouldn't that give us a special way to try and do this? I thought it did. We want to become the King of Lombardy. If pagan, it allows him the unlimited use of the subjugation CB within the kingdom. Well, we're not pagan. If the Fabricate Claims Council mission is available, it may acquire a claim on Lombardy with this ambition. There is also reduced cost for creating the kingdom if it does not yet exist, which it does. Again, behead him. So we could just go and try and declare straight on the kingdom itself. What are we up to? 6.02. We got a fair bit of money. We could just try and fabricate on him directly. Which might be what we have to do. Do you know what? Our Chancellor's not getting much done where he is now. First of all, can we get a better Chancellor? No. So let's go ahead and get you to try and fabricate claims on our liege. So you've got 7.36 men, which is a little bit scary. And you've also got this guy as well. But if we were willing to get some mercenaries, we could probably deal with that. So let's go ahead and unpause. I say, worst case scenario, we can always hire mercs. He can do the same thing as well. Again, if you actually look at the units that he's got, he doesn't have any mercenaries at the moment, though. They are mainly just... But again, some of the units from vassals are actually from me. He does have a little bit of a retinue, but nothing amazing. Military organisation is what increases your retinue cap, so we can't take that. Siege equipment would allow us to siege more quickly. Popular customs would give us city vassal opinion. Legalism allows us to change some laws. Castle infrastructure, actually. Actually increase castle tax. That's well worth spending on, to be honest. Let's get the siege equipment as well. And let's also go for the legalism. We'll stop making a bit more tax now, hopefully. Because we're only getting 43.96 per year. You are a mastermind theologian. Fantastic. So, do we still have our tributary? Yes, we do. Truces are expiring. With a random duchess that we're not too bothered about. Lombardy's now at war again with somebody else, so he's raising up all of his troops. Our marshal's doing a good job. So what are we up to now? Still only 6.02. It's not a lot. Several vicious rumours have been circulating about me lately. With a lot of effort, I finally managed to track them back to the Duke of Pisa. Well, we're already trying to do something about him. Sighted the White Stag again. Could we just kill him off? What are our chances if we try to murder him off? 40% is not really a lot. Not going to get anywhere trying to do that. Now, I guess we don't actually have a mission to just become, or to try and become the kingdom. We could found a new kingdom, but we'd have to be independent to do that and hold 3 duchy titles, but we probably hold enough land to form another duchy anyway. That's fine. We can wait. Still haven't found that stag yet. How much does the Pope like me? By 3. What happened there? Is this a different Pope? He does not like me very much. My prisoner is complaining about his dark cell in the dungeon. Ooblet. Off you go. Spend weeks in the wilderness. Again, we see get that same event every time. It is possible to get the stag. I have done it before. Mission to Rome has been a success. Well, that is good. So I want to try and avoid spending too much money on my wife's hill. Try and avoid spending too much money upgrading holdings because I'd like to be able to afford some mercenaries, but it is well worth having a look at some of this stuff. See, a training ground, it's expensive, but it gives you more retinue, gives you more levy reinforcement rate, and better morale of armies. And that can make a significant difference. So we certainly want to keep our eye on things like that. It looks like we're going carousing again. And again, a lot of the tech spread rate is quite bad in some of these areas. So we'll wait a little while, but we will keep just looking through these things. Get a better keep. Improves levy size and garrison size. Can't get the training grounds yet. So let's just go and get the improved keep. Let's keep going on the lash. We're probably going to die soon. We are getting pretty old. The king, so my liege, has provided me with proof that my son has been viciously slandering me. Well, we don't want to denounce him. Threatening with exposure unless he keeps out of all factions. He just laughed at the evidence, flat out refusing to stop meddling in political factionism. Well, that's fine. Whatever. You have become my best friend, which is interesting. Or I was fabricating on you. I'm actually not anymore. So now we have to get back to real life. So we would still like to be able to declare a war on you. Again, you see he's already got 1,500 men that he's hired. Tried to have me assassinated to make sure I wouldn't discover the plot. Expose her immediately. Like I said, if you got assassinated, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Who are you? Random mayor. What are you up to? You're trying to kill my daughter. Have him arrested. You are trying to... I can't quite see what that is because it's going over. Decided it's time... Right, you're trying to kill off my son, are you? So if you could stop backing this plot... And if you could also stop backing this plot. So there's one plot gone away. That should be a second plot with no support. You're probably going to say no if I ask you to end the plot. Yeah, of course. Can I get any of you out of this plot? You'll say no. You're my friend. So you should almost certainly get out of that. You're just going to say no as well. But you're just trying to fabricate a claim on Pisa, aren't you? Which again, if we become the king, it won't really matter because Pisa will be de jure part of our duchy. Find it curious that the Catholic priests are pestering Count Carsten. Again, let's try and just keep everybody happy. There's somebody else we can arrest here as well. This is actually Andy. So you actually still like me. We are still friends, even though we have that slandered thing. But you are my heir, I still believe. Yeah, so we don't really want to arrest you. We'll just sort of keep you there. Carsten has asked me to spend some quality time. Become better friends with Glenn. That's fine. Don't mind that. Sooner not have all of our kids hating us, because then that makes it less likely that they're going to try and kill us. It doesn't make it that they won't try and kill us, because they might. So become close friends now with... Oh, Walchus actually this time around. So what's our retinue cap looking like these days? What am I even looking at here? It still hasn't really gone up any at all. Prisoners, who do we have? We've got that random mayor who was plotting against me. You're worth 25 gold. You're worth 70 gold. You know, I think I'll just sort of keep you around, though. I'd say this is one of the main things with CK2. It's not so much about winning wars. It's about putting down factions and stopping people from rising up against you. But once more, we are going out on the lash. It is clear to you that the king's commanders are nothing more than rabble, all brawn and no finesse. You, on the other hand, are an experienced tactician and a great teacher to boot. Perhaps you should offer to train his commanders in the hopes of gaining his favour. Sure. Pisa is prospering, Ferrara prospers. So is he going to come back and tell me to stuff off? To the loyal subject and genius, your offer is most generous. I graciously accept. So he owes me a favour, does he? So if you owe me a favour, would you get out of that plot? There we go. We can actually just end that plot directly. And you just want to fabricate on Pisa, which would be nice. I guess I can't get you to stop back in the plot now. You're going to say no. Yeah, I'll ask you anyway. So what have we got going on here? These are dark days when my daughter Anna was beset by a high fever and could not stop vomiting. We feared the worst. The suspicions are now confirmed. Her affection is indeed the dreaded plague. Well, that's not a good thing. The plague. Where is the plague? I can't see the plague anywhere on the map. We've got camp fever. We've got smallpox. Bit of consumption up there in Britain. There's slow fever around here. Not seeing the plague yet. But that is not a good thing. I think it's a little bit early. I mean, it is random when it can happen, but it does sound a little bit early. Let us go ahead and make sure we're paused. I will not withdraw my support. Yeah, I know you won't. Right, we are paused here. Let's go ahead and raise up our levies here. We'll group you guys together. We just want to try and sort of scare these guys off because they're annoying. We're reveling again. Let's group you together. Make sure you have some form of commanders. Again, where have all the commanders gone? 2 commander slots we could have. You'll do. And I guess Karsten, you can go in there as well. Let's go ahead and make sure that army has one of these people leading a flank or 2. So you guys go in there. You probably won't even engage. They'll most likely just do a runner. Yeah, this is exactly what we expected to do. So we're bringing out the board. Hail to the Duke. Right, let's go ahead and just stand those guys down. Time to get back to real life. Again, we should probably go ahead and put the retinue back somewhere safe now. Oh, look, we found that white stag again. So many people see it so often, yet we never manage to catch it. So we've still got righteous imprisonment of Andy, which is weird. He's got the flu, and he's stressed. And he's now gluttonous. All fantastic things. So, recently noticed a pitiful state of my son. He's actually ill. It's a case of the flu. Ah. Court physician completely botched his treatment. He's now even worse off than before, barely clinging on to life. What did he do? Ill treatment. Off with his head. And his opinion of us changes by +15. Well, it does look like we need a new court physician. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's hope we don't have to wait too long. I hope that hasn't affected his abilities too much. I mean, it's -1 to everything. Which is not good. It's only ill treatment, though. He hasn't been, like, disfigured or scarred or lost a limb or anything like that. So he could well recover from it. So, once again, we go off after this annoying stag. Looks like we're getting sloshed again. One of your scouts reports of a cunning eunuch who has taken up residence in a nearby tavern. The eunuch spends his time drinking wine and eating and sharing stories with the guests. Apparently, he is very well schooled and has a vast knowledge of medical mixtures. He's only got a learning of 14. He's a renowned physician, though. He's also shrewd, cynical, greedy, but he's honest and humble. We'll give him a go, see what happens. Is it the drink? Is it something you said? You don't remember. Oh, looks like a fight starting. I started speaking to you calmly. Okay, so we sorted that conflict out. Fine. During your hunt, you come to a deep gorge. Right on the other side is the white stag staring at you. You are close, yet cannot reach it. As it runs away, you realise that you must return home without a victory this time. Always so annoying when that happens. We can close the gates. What has reached us? Well, that was fun. Looks like it's mainly just that slow fever again. Ruler title grants sovereignty law. Again, we'll just ignore that. So, wherever that plague was, it doesn't really appear to be getting too close to us. I'm not overly concerned about that right now. Looks like that has been approved. Now, you are still in another war. Why is this suddenly telling me that you've only got 800 men? You lose your army somewhere. This would be an excellent time to declare war. Unfortunately, we don't have a CB. You've always got the CB for independence. So we could claim independence, but that doesn't give us the kingdom. But as we've got that ambition, I'm hoping that we get a claim on it. That's the plan. That's why we've got our Chancellor here. He claims to have unearthed shocking evidence of my criminal deviancy and low morals. I could be arrested over this slander. My unwed daughter has been indiscreet. Could lose some prestige. Why is my daughter unwed, which is the problem? She can become chaste. Right, let's sort these unwed daughters out. Because for a start, they shouldn't be unwed. So you're unwed. Let's find you a random husband. Always click on the wrong things here. You'll do. Just get married off to, you know, powerful people. And you can get married off to someone as well. Probably someone actually old enough for you to marry. You'll do. Right, off you go. So. Yep, you've agreed. You've agreed. So are you going to try and arrest me? Should I just declare a war on you right now? Because you really, really don't like me. But you've got such a small army right now. And it'd be an excellent time to try and jump on you and get this independence sorted out. And then we would be an independent duke. I think I might give it a go. Because now is probably the time. So, let's go and declare our war for independence. Right, hang on, I'll just double check again. Who is he's got this patch with? He's got the patch with this guy. What are your numbers up to? You've got 6.3k. See, that itself is quite a bit scary. And you're down here. So you could come in and cause some problems for me. I do have some money. Could hire some mercenaries. But mercenaries cost a lot to hire. A lot to hire. Some of them more than others. The White Company are quite good. A lot of heavies. Might not even need them. We can always get some money from the jury if we need to. We'll group them up right there with the retinue. Just to help keep the retinue safe. We'll allow them to get some morale. Mission to Rome has been a success. How much does the Pope like me? Are you willing to give me some money before we get this started? He's going to say no anyway. You are recovering, which I don't like. So let's go ahead and declare our war. War has been declared. We can call in allies. The Doge of Venice may come in. Let's go ahead and make sure you have... right, we always start with this guy because he's actually the leader of the mercenary company that we hired. But we can get some extra people in on there as well. So we'll have quite a few people that we can use. We will want to raise up more troops. You're coming in to help. So the first thing that we want to go and do is march over and just try and siege out the king's own territories, really. You might fancy me. Who are you? You are just shy, erudite, trusting. Don't think we need to get involved with that. Got more important things to deal with. So let's go ahead. And we will raise all of our levies. We've actually raised levies now on this province where some of his men were. But we'll have an easy victory there. So let's just all go and form up on his capital, as it were. And Venice have quite a lot of men for their size. One title can be usurped. We can usurp a duchy. Vassal levies raised too long. That's fine. Let's go ahead and make sure these guys are all grouped together. So it's all going to come down to just sieging some stuff out now. Karsten is ill also. We lose the trait Wrath. Oh, well, that's not good. We don't want to be Wrath. So we want to take all of our lieges' direct holdings. What have we got here? Recognising the virtues and talents that others possess is truly a virtue. I am truly blessed by having a marshal that is more formidable warrior than I could ever dream of being. Honour him for his skill. Andy, yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. So, one thing I did want to quickly check is I want to have a look at you. See, he's got, like, no men at all now. His wife's arrested, or maybe we captured her. I'll double check on that one. But I want to see what... so, you have a couple of duchies. The county of Pavia. The county of Tunis. And the county of Voghera. You don't have much land, really, do you? To be honest. So, did we actually capture your wife? Looks like we did. The Queen of Lombardy. We can't even ransom her off. Not for a while, anyway. So we want to go ahead and win a lot of these sieges. Levy reinforcements, always good. But we'll just go around and try and siege out as much as possible. The mercenary company is going to cost us a bit of money. You want to marry someone to a random courtier? That is fine by me. What have we got left here? Still another barony to go. So that will be good. Here we are starting to see some armies coming in from elsewhere. Not sure who they belong to. There's the barony. Let's go and have a word with these guys then. Because I'm not sure where they think they're going. You're going down there. Yeah, now you've changed your mind. So I should be able to catch you out here. Yeah, this is Bulgaria's army. Captured someone in that battle. So we'll chase his army around a little bit. Can't help notice, but Venice isn't really doing an awful lot. Introduced Duke Gacco of Friuli to Glen, hoping they would get along, but apparently they were not interested in making the effort. So, well, that's fine. 34% here. Again, we'll just keep chasing this army down. Ruler present. I think, oh, why are we leading this company? You should be leading that company. I should not be in this. Put Karsten in there, that's fine. Looks like we've got some... Yeah, I was going to say, looks like we've got an army coming in from our liege. So we'll go ahead and try and stomp on that. Again, 10 to 1 numbers. Should be able to deal with that quite effectively. There's another victory. We're at 42%. He seems to be getting a lot of men around here somewhere. Chose to ignore my plight. That's fine. Still haven't got that thing. Right, where are you heading? Doesn't matter where you're heading, I suppose. We've just caught you. So we want to go and siege out more territory that basically doesn't belong to us but belongs to Lombardy. So let's go ahead and do that. But we have gone well over the 20-minute mark, actually. So I'm going to pause things there and we'll continue this when we come back next time. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.